Hi, I'm Rupal. How are you all? If I keep my cap like this, like, do I look mysterious enough? Would you consider me to be a mysterious person if you see me like this walking down the road, walking down the streets? Okay. Hi, I'm Rupal. How are you all? Currently, I'm reading the Journals of Sylvia Plath by Sylvia Plath because I heard that if you think you're having a bad day, then apparently Sylvia Plath is having a worse one. Like she's the queen of bad days or something. And I started reading this book, and the first point, the first quote, the first paragraph, I don't know, is that I may never be happy, but tonight I am content, and so am I because I bought some books recently. So, yes, this is another book haul. I always used to say that I don't buy a lot of books because I don't read a lot of books, but recently I have found out that I have been buying some books, quite a lot of books, than I have been reading books because for some reason I just cannot read anymore. I'm giving a lot of exams right now, so maybe it's because of that stress and tension that I have not been able to read a lot, but it's still fine because I have been buying a lot of books. And here is another book haul to just show all the books I bought. The first one is this one. Wait, this one. This is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This is also Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This was the first copy I bought, and I did read like quite a few pages before I stopped because I'm not too sure. Like, I don't remember at all why I stopped reading this, but I remember quite liking it. But then I saw this book on Blinkit actually, and I was curious like, why is Blinkit selling books now? And if it is selling books, like, will it deliver good quality or not? So I chose this book to conduct my experiment. And yeah, this is actually like an original Penguin Classic book, like straight out of a bookstore or something. So experiment successful. And yeah, I've heard that this is like the easiest translation, the most accessible translation of Crime and Punishment, which is why I bought it. And maybe I'll read this one instead of this one because this is translated by David Macduff, while this is translated by Oliver Reddy. I don't know who is who and which translation is better, so but I still think that I'm going to read this one first because I do want to read this, and I have been feeling a little bit existential right now because I don't know. I don't see the point anymore. Like, I'm so confused and scared about my life, about what my future is going to be. Before, I think I was able to visualize my future. I have said this, I guess. I'm just repeating my words, but before I was able to visualize my future, right now I cannot. I literally don't know what will happen once the new year begins. And yeah, I have been questioning my life, my existence. So I decided that, you know what, the best book would be Crime and Punishment to start in a time like this. And that is why I bought this. All the other books I bought on my Kindle, my ebook. Meh. All the other books I bought are ebooks because I have a Kindle, and I usually end up buying a lot of ebooks because I like owning my books, whether it be physical copies or e copies. And for some reason, I don't know why, if it's like because of Black Friday or something else, but there are a lot of books on Kindle store right now which are being sold really cheap. Like, I bought three books for 60 rupees each. Yay. So the first one is The Palace of Illusions by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. I think, yeah. I'm Indian and I'm still not pronouncing Indian names right. But yeah, this is by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. I have seen this book a lot. It is supposedly like a retelling of Mahabharat from the point of view of Panchali. I don't know Mahabharat, like I know the basic plot points and everything, but I've never read the Mahabharat. I should probably read it. I should probably watch the show directed by B.R. Chopra, but I haven't done so yet. So I'm a little bit skeptical on whether I would actually understand this book or not. But when I read the blurb, it actually seemed like a lot of books that I've already read, and I felt that, I would enjoy my time with this book. Also, I have not really read any books by Indian authors. So this could be my first one, probably. Hopefully, this turns out to be really, really good. I bought this for 60 rupees. Yes, like such a loot, right? The next book is James by Percival Everett. This was also for 60 rupees. Like, I'm so happy. Like I was so happy when I saw that I like so many books were costing like 60 rupees only. I even bought a Little Life, like the e-copy of A Little Life for 60 rupees. It was only for a few hours or something, and fortunately I stumbled upon that book during the hour that the sale was going on, and I bought it for 60 rupees. Like I don't know why, but it feels like such a proud achievement of mine to be able to stumble upon books when they are at their cheapest. It's like a great achievement, and I just feel really good about myself whenever I do such a thing. But yeah, I actually don't know anything about this book, so I cannot even tell you the blurb or anything because I haven't really read the blurb. I have just seen this book a lot on Instagram, and I think on Jack Edwards channel, I guess, which is why I bought it. It is also like the winner of the Pulitzer Prize for fiction, for which year I'm not sure, but it also says that truly extraordinary books are rare, and this is one of them. So maybe this is why I should read it, because this is a extraordinary book, and I should read more extraordinary books. Oh, also, this has a map. Like I like books which have maps in them, and this has them. So yay! The next two books are copies of A Little Princess by Frances Burnett and Dubliners by James Joyce. Like these are Amazon Classic editions because they are free if you are a Prime member, and I'm a Prime member, so I got both of these books for free. I'll probably end up deleting them once I have actually read these books. But I like owning, not owning, but I like having e copies of all my physical copies of the books, because sometimes I'm just not in the mood to read paperbacks because they feel really inconvenient. And the convenient option for me is my Kindle. So I always end up having like e copies of all of my physical books. Don't ask me how, but I do get them. Okay. The next book I bought again, not for 60 rupees, this was probably like 150 rupees or 111 rupees or something, is Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. This is a retelling of the story Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I am thinking because the blurb reminded me of that. Also, there is an apple on the cover along with a snake and some flowers. So, yeah, I think that is also the first line goes, I had just taken poison when the king arrived to inform me that he had murdered his wife. Interesting, intriguing. Sounds like a really good fantasy book, exactly up my alley. So, yeah, this is another one. Also, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was actually one of my, probably the favorite fairy tale of mine, Disney movie of mine when I was a little child. I don't know why I selected that movie amongst all the other Disney movies, but yeah, I just really loved Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It is probably the only Disney movie that I have watched maybe for more than 10 or 20 times, because uh, if you are a child of my generation or maybe my previous generation or something, you have probably watched a lot of shows on Disney Channel and on Cartoon Network and on Hangama. So every Saturday and Sunday, I remember there used to be like Disney movies or Barbie movies airing on Disney Channel and Hangama and Cartoon Network at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. and then in the evening at 6 p.m. I used to wait all week just to watch the movie because I did not have like the CD copies of all those movies. So I used to, wait all week just to see which movie is airing. And there used to be a lot of Doraemon movies and Shinchan movies and sometimes Barbie movies airing. And I used to like get really confused. A lot of times I actually missed all those movies because of school or tuition. But yeah, they like when I watched those movies during the time it aired, it was like some of the best days of my life. And now I get so nostalgic about those times because obviously all of these movies are available on the internet and we are living in the time of OTTs. where every single movie is at your fingertips. But those times when you used to wait till a certain amount of time to just watch one of your favorite movies, whether it be like Star Gold or Z Cinema, like there were so many channels that we had just so that maybe one of these channels would air a movie that we really like, and we used to wait till 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. just to watch them. Now we cannot do so because we have all of the movies in our phones, in our tablets. Yeah, I get really nostalgic when I think about those channels. The next book that I bought for 60 rupees again is She Who Became the Sun by Rebel Warrior, no, by Shelley Parker Chen. It was here, I was reading here. But yeah, by Shelley Parker Chen. I read Daughter of the Moon Goddess this year, and I really, really loved it. I liked how it took on like this Chinese folklore, and it like rewove the story. It was a retelling of a really popular Chinese folklore, and this is also kind of like that. It is kind of a Chinese historical book. So I bought it because I am hoping that this also turns out to be exactly like Daughter of the Moon Goddess, because I loved that book a lot. Everything about that book was just perfect. And I think I read it at the perfect time because I normally don't like a lot of young adult books nowadays, but I ended up loving that book because that was really, really good and also underrated because I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about it. So maybe it's time that we make it perfectly rated or overrated. I clicked on the book The End of Loneliness by Benedict Wells. This is not a book that I bought today, but yeah, the first line of this book is something that has been on my mind for like ever since I bought the book. I haven't read it, but this is probably the line that would make me want to read it, and that is, I've known death a long time, but now death knows me. So mysterious. Like, I know I am interested to read this book, but I also know that now is not the right time to read this book. I need to let it marinate within me just so that I can read it at the perfect time and fall in love with that book. The last book I bought is Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. This is one of the books that Quirine, I think her name is, I'm not too sure, but Quirine on Instagram recommended like this really cozy fantasy books. And I kind of trust her recommendations because she also reads a variety of genres. And when she talks about some cozy books, I feel like she knows what she is talking about because she is one of those critical thinking readers who judge and rate books perfectly accurately. They give a really beautiful description about the books and they analyze it critically and beautifully and just perfectly. So I feel like I can trust her recommendations, and she said that Garden Spells was a really cute, cozy, just perfect cozy book that she read whenever she read it. And so I bought it because this was also for 150 rupees. So those were all the books that I bought recently. I am really indecisive right now because I just cannot stick to one book because of my exams and stress and tension. Like, you don't even want to know what is going on in my mind right now because I keep crying every single day. I have been crying. Like, I think it has been 2 days that I have not cried at all. Like, not a single tear has come out of my eye. But yeah, otherwise before that I just have been crying constantly every single day. So progress, yay. But I have also decided to read Animal by Lisa Tadeo today only because I watched the movie The Girlfriend of Rashmika Mandana's. I don't like Rashmika Mandana because I don't think she can act, but I did watch The Girlfriend, and that movie infuriated me so much that I wanted to break my tablet. I wanted to just throw my tablet against the wall and just kill the male lead in that movie because he was so infuriating, and he got on my nerves, which is really good. Like, that just shows how well of an actor he is because I really wanted to slap him. Just I wanted to kill him. Extreme, go to the extreme because he was behaving in a really extreme patriarchal manner and I hated him. But great actor. I should probably Google his name. But yeah, I watched that movie and that made me think of this book for some reason. I have had this book for a really long time, but I don't know why. I just cannot read it. I cannot physically open this book and start reading it. But then I saw recent But recently, I saw someone talk about, I don't remember who, but I saw someone talk about this book and say that this is literally about a woman who is 31 years old and she is fed up of being a human being, of being a woman, of being a female person. And so she goes berserk. She delves into female rage and does something. So that got me really intrigued, and I was like, you know what, maybe this is the time that I finally end up picking up this book. And along with that, along with these two books, I'm also rereading, like I started reading this book again because I literally forgot what the 100 pages that I had already read were about. So I am starting this book again for the fifth time probably. I'm loving it, but I don't know why I just cannot move forward with this book. Along with these three books, I also decided that I will read The Details by Aya Genberg because I wanted to read a short book. And before, I thought that I would read Princess of the 72nd Street because that was only like 120 pages or something. But then I realized that I am not in the right mental condition to read a book like that. So I think I should probably read The Details first because this seems lighter than that book. So yeah, these were all the books that I'm reading and all the books I bought recently. I hope you like this. Thank you so much for watching also. Bye.